Vegan Pal Strongman here with another Strongman Q&A session. Recently I uploaded a video about Patrick Baboumian, the world's strongest vegan, who is now retired from Strongman and winner of Germany's Strongest Man. Here's Patrick with one of his worst lifts, his deadlift, and as you can see he's still deadlifting 350 kilograms for 2 touch and go repetitions.
Very small, but it's another day.
As you can see, Patrick's deadlift is too light for world's strongest man in the open weight class. Patrick's now retired from Strongman anyway. However, many people were asking, if Patrick's so strong as a vegan and as a strongman, why did he never compete in World's Strongest Man? The fact remains that Patrick Baboumian is only 5'6". How short is too short for strongman? Whilst being short absolutely and incontrovertibly helps in certain lifts, such as pressing events. As you can see here with Patrick pressing 190 kilograms on the log, despite only weighing about 125 kilograms himself, the question still remains, at what point does being too short have a negative impact on performance in the open weight class in World's Strongest Man? Now, to answer this question, we're going to look at the shortest ever strongman to win World's Strongest Man. So this is Gary Taylor, who won World's Strongest Man in the 80s. He was a short height of 6 foot. So Gary Taylor was about 183 or 4 centimeters and 6 feet tall. And this guy's the shortest guy to ever win World's Strongest Man. No one has ever come close to winning World's Strongest Man at a height shorter than 6 foot, and Gary is the shortest to have ever won World's Strongest Man. So why is that? As I explained to some of the people commenting on my video of Patrick versus Robert Oberst, the reason why Patrick has never won a World's Strongest Man title and never will is firstly because he's retired, so he's not going to compete anymore anyway, but more importantly, he's only 5'6" in height. Now what that means is that for anyone who's really shorter than 6 foot in World's Strongest Man in the open weight class, if you're shorter than 6 foot, it's going to be hard to get enough muscle mass and weight to do really well in a lot of events. And some of the events like fingers, like a vehicle pull, like Atlas stones lifted over a height, really depend on being heavy as an athlete and also quite tall. And just having shorter limbs and being less mobile becomes, at some point, reaching a really heavy weight at only 5'6" would just become completely useless and a disadvantage. So that's why all the best strongmen in the open weight class are all 6 foot or higher or taller. Guys like Hafthor are pushing 7 foot, and that's because they can pack on a lot more muscle without losing mobility, and they can still do well in events where being tall is an advantage, such as fingers or lifting something over a height, or just being heavier is obviously really useful in something like a plane pull or vehicle pull. So how short is too short for World's Strongest Man in the open weight class? I think the answer must be, if you want to win World's Strongest Man, I don't think you can be shorter than somewhere around 5'11", 6 foot. I think it's possible to maybe win if you're around Gary's height, and that's quite short for open weight strongman at 6 foot. Could Patrick Baboumian have ever competed in World's Strongest Man in the open weight class? Absolutely. Let's have a look at an athlete who was not as strong as Patrick Baboumian who did compete in World's Strongest Man. Enter Andrew Rains Stumpy. Andrew Rains Stumpy competed in World's Strongest Man in the early 2000s, and Andrew Rains Stumpy was only about 5'6" in height, so he was about Patrick's height. Now here's Andrew squatting 340 kilograms, and as you can see, it's a max lift for him, and Patrick's best squat is 370 kilograms. Alright, so to wrap this video up, could Patrick Baboumian ever have competed in World's Strongest Man? Absolutely. Can Patrick Baboumian win World's Strongest Man? No. 1, he's retired, and 2, he's just too short. Can a vegan win World's Strongest Man? Absolutely. But at 5'6", Patrick Baboumian is definitely too short to win World's Strongest Man. And of course, the shortest man to ever win World's Strongest Man was 6 feet. So how short is too short for World's Strongest Man to win in the open weight class? Definitely anything lower than 5'11", 6 foot, I think is too short to win. If you disagree or have any other opinions and you want to let me know, like, subscribe, comment, and let me know your thoughts.